Hey guys, and welcome back to Link's Awakening DX. Oh, here's the owl. Got any more tidbits you want to share with us, Mr. Passive-Aggressive, possibly sociopath owl?
Hoot hoot, don't use your sword. Hoot hoot. Or maybe do. I don't know, I'm just an owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of this conspiracy?
How many licks does it take for me to punch the shit out of a bird?
Ah, you see, because licks also means punches. Really ruined that joke by saying the word link, but they kind of sounded like, so whatever. What's next on the Link's Awakening agenda, mate?
Tall, tall mountains, hype shit right there.
Mm-hmm. The music thing's so good, they put it in Brawl.
Thank you. But first, we gotta do something that I could have done much earlier, but once again, I'm trying to make this playthrough flow in some sort of semblance of rhythm.
And that is appreciated from both past retake OCD heavy Tom to current Tom, who don't really give a shit.
Alright, so you'll be happy to know that the next part is gonna be like 2 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
What, in general? Sorry, you really took me off guard there for a second.
But now we're gonna do a signpost puzzle, which I like. I'm kind of surprised they haven't brought this back. They probably have as like a reference, but they haven't heavily gone back to a puzzle of this nature. And I mean, I guess that's cool because it keeps it unique, but also it's really weird that of all the stuff that they wouldn't bring back a puzzle of this structure, because this is a pretty legitimate puzzle, because if you fuck up, guess what? You gotta go all the way back to the start.
Well, there is something of this caliber in Majora's Mask where you need the golden seahorse to get to the place with the rest of the Zora eggs.
Oh yeah, you can do something like that, but if you just follow the path, you're good. With this one, you have to read the signs. And if you read the wrong sign, I like how what the sign says changes to wrong, go back. So, these are magically enchanted signs.
Also, if you want to go one step further and say, like, the sign is a type of guide, and if you don't follow said guide, then you'll have to start the process all over again. You could also include having to follow the ghost through the Gerudo Desert in Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, that is yeah, see, that's what I was saying, it's like, I'm sure they've done it implicitly, but they've never, like, explicitly done read the signs to get through. But yeah, they have done it.
It's war.
Yeah, this guy has some theories. I don't know why, of all the characters in Link's Awakening, Wart/Mamu has to have, like, the 10 pages of fan theories that are all about how, oh, he was originally in a game in a dream, and now he's in another game in a dream, so maybe he's a traveling nightmare, or some other shit. Because I know in, Zelda had, the BS versions, which were the broadcast games. Mario 2 had its own broadcast game, and in that it had Wart, and it mentions that he didn't die at the end of Mario 2, but instead he left to conquer another kingdom. So a lot of people are like, oh, this is Wart trying to take over Koholint Island, which that's a downgrade. It's not that good.
You can raise the dead.
Necro Link. They need to do that. They need to make like the Dominion Rod, only instead of bringing statues, you can bring the dead. How badass would that be?
Ooh, that would get very creepy very quick, and possibly create a darker Zelda game than Majora's Mask.
Well, I mean, Twilight Princess should have had Dark Link instead of other characters, and Ganondorf has raised the dead. I mean, he has an entire army of Stall children, so I think it'd be kind of cool if Link tried to get on a level playing field, got a bit corrupted.
Also, Link should die at the end of Zelda, because that would be totally epic.
Oh, no, even better, Link should be dead the whole time.
Oh, fuck that fairy, seriously.
Fuck any theory that says a character was dead. Also, these kids are so weird, and I love them for it. I like how the concept of time blows his fucking mind. And this is super obscure. I will not be surprised if some random 6-year-old or like an entire country of 6-year-olds got stuck on the fact that now that you have the level 2 power bracelet, you can now move the Windcock, I think is its official name. And then you can raise the dead with your newfound necromancer powers, and now you have a flying rooster all to yourself. Link is now the Cockmaster.
Hell yeah.
And also, since we're red, and it's blue, I have now dubbed this the Freedom Rooster. For we shall now go free the land in the name of America. Zelda America, of course.
Well, we could be the Pokemon duo as well.
I guess, but the Pokecock doesn't sound nearly as good as Freedom Cock.
I guess. Where are we going, anyway?
We gotta go get a seashell. It's a huge detour, I know, but, 26 seashells, and one of them is way the fuck over back by the castle. And he just follows us. He is the coolest cock ever. And now that you have the Power 2 bracelet, yes, you can pick him up, which I will do right now. And he infinitely flies. You don't drop down until you throw him. Which is kind of cool. They bring this back in Oracle of Seasons, but he's a lot more annoying in that you have to mash the A button for him to keep flight. And after he's traveled a certain distance, he just drops you. Because he is the worst rooster ever. He is no freedom cock.
And I guess we need him to get to the next dungeon as well, otherwise you wouldn't have gone out of your way to get him.
Exactly. That's sort of the answer to the owl's riddle of fly like a bird, which, I'm sorry, but isn't someone even closer than the rooster a bird that could possibly have helped us out, but is being a colossal asshole? And is like, oh no, you should be doing this, but I will offer no help. Even though all the bosses and the island itself has told you not to do it, the one person who's telling you to do it is offering you no help in any way.
Oh god, I hate ambiguity, or do I?
Oh. Ow, that hurt, actually. The edge, bruh. This is another thing, too. He says the windfish is getting restless. Isn't that a good thing? Doesn't that mean he's about ready to wake up? What do you want from me, Owl? What?
This is kind of lending credence to the theory that the owl is like a part of the nightmare of the island, and I guess since the cat's out of the bag, or the dream rather, we can obviously say that the whole game takes place within a dream. Koholint Island isn't actually real.
Well, we had Wart here. That should be the biggest giveaway for any true Nintendo fan.
Look, not everyone has played the American version of Doki Doki Panic, alright?
Then they're not real Nintendo fans.
I remember watching one video where it describes it as Donkey Donkey Picnic.
I want it! I want to play Donkey Donkey's Picnic, where Donkey Kong just picks out up more bananas.
Oh, I should say that was like a kind of fake jokey review, but it still makes me laugh.
I don't give a shit. I want Donkey Donkey Panic. You know what? If someone's making the HellfireComms fan game, it better be titled Donkey Donkey Panic.
Love Telltale Mountain's theme. It is pretty great.
Shit's hype, yo. I remember when I was recording Telltale Mountain the first half when we were here, and I actually had movers in my house, and I was tempted to just ask one of the movers, like, hey, Mr. Mover Man, what do you think of Telltale Mountain's music? And he just says, shit's hype, son. It's like, good mover.
Oh, it's pretty good, but I prefer Soria's song or Zelda's Lullaby, you fucking OOT fanboy.
It's like, get the fuck out, just drop my stuff, get out.
And you go to the other guy, what's your favourite Zelda tune? Deku's Palace. You can have a cup of tea with 2 sugars.
And that's what the rooster was for, was to get the bird key that looks nothing like a bird. And in fact, you don't even need the rooster. If you remember back in Catfish's Mall, I sort of jumped over the ledge, send out the hook shot. You can actually follow that up with an additional jump, and so that's sort of how you clear pits. And the whole trick is just called Rooster Skip, but it's just like 5 fancy jumps in a row in order to get the key, because at this point, we don't need the rooster anymore. We're done. That was it. It was just to clear that one room, but because the rooster is such a bro, he's gonna stay with us.
And play the reverse resurrection song and send him back whence he came.
Yeah, because everyone knows that zombie cock, it just gets deadly once it starts acquiring a taste for flesh.
I'm not rising to your innuendo-filled statements, Mexi. No, I'm not gonna do it. Oh shit, I did it myself. Fuck.
Yeah, you did.
That was completely unintentional. Much like every pun I make nowadays, it's not always a pun, people.
He actually writes them down. I've seen the notebook. It's fucking huge, guys.
Well, I guess Ted and Chugga Conroy gotta get them from somewhere.
You're making bank off the pun industry, aren't you, dude?
Hell yeah, man.
And just had to get that heart piece. I figured, once again, we're in Telltale Mountain. Might as well get everything that we can for now. Because if I don't, then we were gonna get to Eagle's Tower in like 2 minutes, and that would have been no good. Plus, you also get to hear Tall Tall Mountain. I mean, are you really gonna complain when I offer this gracious gift of good music?
Well, you could always find one of those YouTube videos that has it on for about 10 hours or so and doesn't have us talking over it.
You will shut your mouth right now.
You will listen to all of it and then not realise where the time has gone. Trust me, I do it all the time.
This one's less obscure than a lot of the other bomb situations that have been happening recently in the game. The game early on was pretty good about including cracks in bombable walls, but those sort of like just dropped off the face of the earth and now you have to figure it out on your own. At least that when you have the indication of that one dry patch, but I don't know, like I said, Face Shrine was kind of bad about it, and later dungeons are going to be just as bad.
Actually, I think I got stuck here when I played as a kid.
Luckily, all that gives you is that seashell, and if you've already gotten your level 2 sword, then you don't even need to do any of this. But once again, I'm gonna get all the seashells. And I'm also gonna ransack all these chests, which only gives me 100 rupees in total, which I don't need, but I want. They're mine now.
I was actually going to say, are we ever going to visit Crazy Mary's, and, or Marie, however you pronounce it, and get what is essentially a fairy potion?
Yeah, we're gonna get it. I'm not entirely sure if it's included in the official, at least in the speedrun official, 100%. But yeah, I'm gonna get it just because it does fill up a inventory slot on the pause screen. So, by my interpretation of the definition, it is included because you need to fill the pause screen in order to have 100%.
Okay guys, we shall see you next time when we take on the Eagle's Tower. Goodbye.
Beware the bird!